So welcome to the negotiation TNC review series. This is a series of videos that we are putting onto YouTube, the purpose of which is to help people understand what practicing negotiations is, and it's also an opportunity for the likes of yourselves really to have some feedback and a bit of fun with myself and another colleague as well in terms of actually practicing your negotiation skills. Now, this little video is just to give you an insight into what to expect, and of course, if you have any questions, then just ask. So in terms of the process, what we will do is we will agree a time and a date for the recording to occur. Now, when you join, it will be a case of coming along. We'll do a little introduction. We'll ask you to give a little bit of details about yourself. We may or may not include that in the actual video, but I might include that as part of the details of the introduction in the text. What we'll then do is we'll go right into the practice. Now, the idea here is that we would use the single variable cards, the ones that you're familiar with. Of course, we have the orange and the green ones, but if you already have your own deck of cards, then what we might do is actually use those as well, but we might play it a little bit by ear. Now, we will also use the tactics. So the idea is to demonstrate practice with purpose. So we're going to use the tactics in this as well. Obviously those that you're familiar with, but there may actually be a couple of new ones as well. Now, I suggest that maybe we let you know of the tactic that you want to practice, or maybe you just tell us there is a tactic that you want to practice. What we'll do is we'll show the cards on the video as if it's a fairly randomized element to it, but you know, this gives you an opportunity to really have a go practicing these cards back in your own home, so to speak. Now, if there are some new tactics, what we'll do is I'll send those out to you as well, and there's an opportunity either for you to have a go with them beforehand, maybe do a bit of research, but you know, either way, it's a good chance to have a bit of a chat about what do they mean and how do you get on practicing it. And that brings me to the other piece then. After you've had your 4 minutes of negotiation practice, we'll then do a little bit of a critique and feedback. What I will do is I will sort of explain a little bit more about what the tactics are. Then I suspect that myself or somebody else will then give some feedback. I will then also give some feedback. We'll ask you for your thoughts on how the actual practice went. And then at the end of that, basically it will be a kind of goodbye and keep practicing, and then that will be the end of that so-called video recording element. We can then have another bit of a chat, and if we do have time and if you're interested, we could have another negotiation, so we might be able to get 2 of them out of this as well. But if you have any questions, do let me know. Most importantly, let's get a time and a date fixed. Let's get clarity on what tactic you might want to practice on purpose, and then actually let's do the video recording itself. Hopefully I'll see you soon. Cheers.